Seeking God first means you don't move unless He leads. And yes, this includes finances too. Most people say, God bless my finances, but do we seek Him first in how we handle money? Do we honor Him with our tithes and offerings? Do we trust Him as our provider, or do we hoard out of fear? Do we seek His wisdom before making financial commitments? The widow of Zarephath in 1 Kings 17 is a powerful example. She had only a handful of flour and a little oil left, just enough to make a last meal for herself and her son. Then Elijah told her, "First, make a small loaf for me." First, that didn't make sense. She was on the verge of starvation, but she chose to obey. She sought God first. And what happened? The jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry. 1 Kings 17:16. God multiplied what she had because she put Him first. What would happen if we lived like that? Walking in obedience, how seeking first means following His voice. Seeking first, the kingdom isn't just about praying more or reading the Bible more. It's about obedience. Jesus said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." John 14:15. Many people say, "God, I want to seek you first," but when He asks them to step out in faith, they hesitate. Abraham sought first the kingdom when he left everything behind to follow God's call. Genesis 12:1-4. Peter sought first the kingdom when he left his fishing business to follow Jesus. Luke 5:10-11. Paul sought first the kingdom when he gave up his status as a Pharisee to preach the gospel. Philippians 3:7-8. Seeking first the kingdom means you trust God enough to obey, even when it's uncomfortable. So ask yourself, am I holding back any areas of my life from God's control? Am I making my own plans and asking God to bless them, or am I truly seeking His will first? Am I living as if His kingdom is my top priority, or just something I fit into my schedule? Because here's the truth. Seeking first the kingdom of God is not something you do occasionally. It's a lifestyle. And when you live this way, you'll experience the reality of Matthew 6:33. Not just as a promise, but as your personal testimony. It's easy to say we want to seek God first, but if we're honest, many of us live our lives chasing everything except the kingdom of God.